I mean, I'm not a kicker. I'm not a good striker. You know what I mean? So it's easier for a guy like a Rob Van Dam to have a super unbelievable match with like a Bam Bam Bigelow, but Taz will have a really good match with Bam Bam Bigelow because Rob is doing and like Sabu or Whip Wreck or these guys are doing these fucking flips and this crazy shit and blah 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 blah.
Right.
If I go to the top rope, my boss says to me, "Okay, good. Every once in a blue moon, I'll go to the top rope." He says, "But I pay you to wrestle."
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, I'm not a puppet, but
Right.
that's how he pays me. He doesn't pay me, to be a high flyer. So it's hard. That's one of the things that stresses me. That's the hardest part about my job is following some of the shit that you have there.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on your current feud with Bam Bam Bigelow and the match you guys had at Living Dangerously?
Good. I like the feud. I thought Living Dangerously was cool. I liked it. I mean, I thought it was a good match. I didn't like that I lost the belt. I don't like to lose. I've lost a lot early in my career, and I don't like losing. And that's me. Fuck it. Bam Bam Bigelow, I respect Bam Bam. It's hard not to. He's done it all. The one thing weeks before Bell Legal, I didn't, I kind of had to clear the air with Bam Bam face to face about it behind the cameras. Bam Bam had this perception that, if you ain't been to WWF in 1986, you ain't done shit in your career. Attitude. That didn't sit well with me. Bam Bam, everybody sees it. The guy had like a second burst of energy in his career, in ECW.
That's what he said.
He said that?
Yeah. He said he was reborn.
Sick. I mean, he has to because he has to keep up with the guys,
Yeah.
And he does. I mean, he does his fucking part. Believe me. You go in there with that fucker, he goes. He's a big, strong man. He's tough. He's not just some gimmick guy with a funny tattoo on his head. But Bam Bam, I shouldn't accuse him of it. I felt like he had that attitude, he had did a radio show somewhere in Rochester, New York, and I did one right after him on the same station, and they kind of started to shit, and they said something that he said that, what has Taz done? Where's he been? What has he done? I'm like, you guys just stirring it up. He didn't say that. They go, well, we're going to cue it up, let you hear it. So they queued up, let me hear it. I was shocked that he said that.
Yeah.
And I said, well, one of the things I said this on the radio. I said, he said that who have I ever beat? First of all, I beat his leader of the Triple Threat for the TV belt in 3 minutes. So I said, why would he come out and say this? And they're like, well, I don't know. And then when I seen Bam Bam, I said, why would you say something like that? I didn't say this on camera.
Yeah.
Like, what'd you say that for?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't working for WWF and tagging with Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania, whatever the fuck it was that he tagged with Survivor Series. I don't know what the fuck it was. So I mean, with the flames and this shit. I mean, he goes, well, no, and it's just a radio show. I'm like, well, no, you said it. Why? Why? I mean, what? I haven't accomplished nothing here, or in the industry, or Tommy Dreamer hasn't, or Sandman hasn't, or Sabu hasn't. And he didn't say, oh, Taz, you're right. He didn't say that. He explained himself, and he, I'm not saying, hey, be ECW for life or whatever that dumb shit is. I'm not saying that, but hey, I wish I could have worked for the WWF in its heyday.
Yeah.
Believe me, I wish that I was 6'4" with a tattooed head, 360 pounds, and my name was Bam Bam Bigelow in 1984, 85, 86. Yeah, I wish. Yeah. Whatever the hell year it was, 89.
88, I
think.
It
was 88. I don't know. But whatever. I respect Bam Bam. I don't like him for some of the things he said. But I respect Bam Bam. I like wrestling Bam Bam. I think he brings something out of me, and I think I bring something out of him.
Yeah.
I don't know how he feels about me, and it doesn't matter. It's business. I can wrestle him, and he can wrestle me, and that's it. He knows he's in there with someone, and I know I'm in there with someone. So.
At Living Dangerously, didn't you wrestle most of the match knocked out, or?
What's that?
At Living Dangerously?
Yeah.
Didn't you wrestle most of the match knocked
out?
Yeah.
When I suplexed him off the stage, I T-boned, suplexed him off the stage. into the crowd off that platform. And what happened was earlier, before the cameras went on, I went and checked out the whole area, and they put them guardrails flush up against the platform. Well, we were like one of the last matches. And what happened was the guardrail was pushed away from the platform, and I didn't know there was this drop, you know?
Yeah.
So I figured, hey, I'll just suplex him in the crowd, and then I'll end up back bridge, and I'll end up in the crowd, so the people will break my fall, I'll hit a chair, you know, it's better than hitting the guardrail, the concrete.
Yeah.
I never looked. When I was out there wrestling, you know, I focused on him, and so I suplexed him, and I just kept going back. I'm like, what the fuck? And all of a sudden, you know, I just hit this guardrail in my head, and everybody says they don't know how I'm alive or how I didn't crack my head open. I don't either. I really don't know. I just was on my side, but I was out. You know, I was up, swinging. I was out. I came through. He hit me once, one point in the match, and I kept telling him to hit me. Before that, from the time I hit the railing up to the end, like 3 minutes, I was out.
Really?
Big time. I was up, swinging. I couldn't tell you what happened. I knew where I was,
Yeah.
but I don't remember nothing from it.
Do you watch a tape and say to yourself, I don't even remember
Yeah,
that?
well, yeah. And I watched tape, and I could see the way I was moving and the way I was throwing punches and taking punches. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
You know, I could tell. It just didn't look right. You know,
Yeah.
I was just like out of it. You know.
Yeah.